welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're new here, my name is Paul, and on this channel I do tech unboxing, I do tech reviews, and I also do comparison videos just like this. So if that sounds interesting to you, press the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I drop a new video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a quick comparison between the MacBook Air and the 13-inch MacBook Pro. The 13-inch MacBook Pro I'm going to be talking about in this video is last year's 13-inch MacBook Pro. I wanted to get the new 13-inch MacBook Pro that Apple just released a couple of days ago, but then I noticed that the only thing Apple changed was the base internal storage. They changed it from 128GB on the old 13-inch MacBook Pro to 256GB on the new 13-inch MacBook Pro. And they also changed some few things that doesn't really bother me that much, so I just quit. But anyways, this video is still going to be helpful if you're trying to decide which one to pick between the new 13-inch MacBook Pro and the new MacBook Air. So anyways, let's get straight to the comparison. The MacBooks I'm going to be comparing in these videos are the base specs on Apple's website. With the MacBook Pro coming in with a processing power of 1.4 GHz quad-core Intel Core i5 and can be boosted up to 3.9 GHz, 8 GB of RAM, 128 GB of internal storage for the 2019 13-inch MacBook Pro, and 256 GB of internal storage for the new 13-inch MacBook Pro. Just in case, I don't want you guys to get confused. The one I have with me right now is 128 GB of internal storage. So if you're looking to buy the new 13-inch MacBook Pro, just check the internal storage. If it's not 256, it's probably the old one. While the MacBook Air comes in with a processing power of 1.1 GHz quad-core i3 processor with up to 3.2 GHz, 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of internal storage, and also 2 Thunderbolt 3 and the Magic Keyboard. The MacBook Air is upgradable up to 2 TB of internal storage. You can also increase the RAM from 8 GB to 16 GB. The processing power can also be upgraded from 1.1 GHz to 1.2 quad-core 10th generation processor, which can also be boosted up to 3.8 GHz. This would then bump up the price from $999 to $2,249. While the MacBook Pro can also be upgraded up to 2 TB of internal storage. Same thing with the RAM, you can also get a 16 GB version of the MacBook Pro, 13-inch by the way. And the processing power can be increased from 1.4 to 1.7 GHz quad-core 8th generation and can be boosted up to 4.5 GHz of processing power. So now let's talk about the battery life on both laptops. My sisters have been using the MacBook Air for over 2 weeks now, the new MacBook Air by the way. And I've been using the old 2019 MacBook Pro for over 3 months now and I have no complaints. But my sisters have been complaining that the battery on the MacBook Air is not that great. So for the sake of this video, I decided to test it out. I used the MacBook Air for a whole day. Then I confirmed that the battery life is not great because I hardly got 3 to 4 hours of playback time on the MacBook Air. While on my MacBook Pro, I get more time on it. The keyboard on the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro has now been updated to what Apple now calls the Magic Keyboard. It's not really a big deal for me, but it seems like most people love the mechanical feel on the keyboard. Well, Apple has now delivered that on the new MacBooks. The keyboard now has more distance to it when you click on it, unlike my old 13-inch MacBook Pro. So typing on the new MacBook Air and the new 13-inch MacBook Pro feels a little bit better than the old 13-inch MacBook Pro. Both the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro come with an LCD display with a screen resolution of 1680 by 1050. You can also reduce the screen resolution probably to save battery to 1440 by 900, 1024 by 640, and the maximum brightness on both laptops are 500 nits, which is not bad for a laptop. So this is my recommendation for you guys. If you're planning to get the MacBook Air for $999, the base version of it, go for it. You could even get a $100 discount if you use a student email. But if you're trying to get the MacBook Air, the new MacBook Air, and then increase the features on it, like maybe from like 1.1 GHz processor to 1.2 GHz processor, that's gonna cost you $250 more. Think of it. Then if you're trying to increase the size of the RAM from 8 GB to 16 GB, I think that's gonna cost you $100 more or something. Then the price of the MacBook Air is now gonna increase from $999 to $1,499, I think. Why don't you just get the MacBook Pro? Because if you check it, the maximum you can upgrade the base version of the MacBook Air is from 1.1 to 1.2. But the base processing power of the MacBook Pro, like the entry level of the MacBook Pro, is 1.4 GHz. If you upgrade the MacBook Air from base to like, I don't know, like mid-range, it's gonna cost you $1,499. I'm not even talking about increasing the internal storage, just increasing the processing power and the RAM. That's gonna cost you $1,499. While the base version of the MacBook Pro is gonna cost you $1,299 with a better processing power. And even if you decide to increase the RAM on the 13-inch MacBook Pro, that's gonna cost you $1,399, I think. You're still gonna save more than $100. So what I'm trying to say here is that only get the MacBook Air if you're trying to settle for the base. Like, you just want to get the base version of the MacBook Air for $899 with your student discount or whatever. But do not upgrade your MacBook Air. Like, do not upgrade the features on it. Instead of upgrading the features on it, go for the MacBook Pro. Because if you increase the features on your MacBook Air, it means that you're planning to do professional works on it. The MacBook Air is not designed for professional work. It's not made for professionals. It's made for student day-to-day student work, browsing the internet, listening to music, watching Netflix. So it doesn't make sense to upgrade any features on the MacBook Air. Just go for the MacBook Pro. It's designed for professional. And by the way, like I said the other time, the battery on the MacBook Air doesn't last that long. And I'm using the base spec. Just imagine adding more features to it. Like, the battery is not good for the base version, then you increasing the power on it, you increase the size of the RAM, you increase the size of the internal storage. That's gonna put more stress on the battery that is not good in the first place. So it's not gonna be a good deal for you. Like, only if you like walk around with power outlets or something. So anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. If you do, press the like button, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you'll be notified every single time I drop a new video. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.